We have Julia and Pamela from the American Red Cross here. They are going to present us with an award for, or a plaque for the money that we raised for Haiti. So, ladies.
Josh, let me introduce Pamela. I'm Julie Mercer from the Red Cross. Pamela is on our board, and you probably have heard a lot about her recently because she donated a kidney to one of her colleagues. She's a very, very special person, and I'm happy to have her as a friend, but she is also very involved as a generous donor and a volunteer in a lot of other causes that she wanted to be out here today to make this presentation to you. So thank you.
Well, thank you guys for being here. So as Julie said, I'm the Vice President of Human Resources down in the city, and I have to tell you guys, I had no idea that you guys were this far out. I know the brick bodies in the city. I didn't realize and how huge it is out here. So I'm really impressed. So $20,000 you all raised. That's awesome. So before I say anything else, can you guys tell me how you did it? I mean, what motivated you to do it? What made you guys pull together around this particular issue?
Josh is our marketing director. You can speak.
Well, we saw what had happened in Haiti, and we felt compelled to do our part to try to help out. And we reached out not only to our associates, to our members, to the community, and every tie that we had, and we were able to pull this all together.
So how did you do? Fundraisers? Did you do exercise-a-thons?
We did, yes, we did. We did special group exercise classes. We did special promotions in the clubs. We did email blasts to the members. We put it on our website in a prominent place. People were actually able to donate right online, so we made it very easy to be able to get people to donate. And then every dollar they donated, we gave them a dollar as well.
So you matched.
Absolutely.
Brick Bodies matched. That's awesome.
It was a great team effort too, because we, across our 7 locations, everyone from all 7 clubs are really chipping in and doing their part and talking to the members as they were coming in, and it was just very prevalent in every day. So.
And were most of the donations like $1, $5, $10?
It ranged from $1 all the way up. We had some people donate as much as $500.
We had someone give $1,000 here. Like a church elected together, and they knew that we were matching, so they wanted to get the most out of their donation.
That's great. We had a story where a guy from one of the homeless shelters came in and dumped a bunch of change on the table, and I think it was something like $57. It was a small amount of money, but it had come from the people in the homeless shelter, and they were saying that how they knew that people in Haiti had no home, and at least by having a shelter, that they had a roof over their head and food. I mean, that was one of the most touching stories, and it wasn't the big dollar amounts that touched us. It was those small dollar amounts where you knew people were really, really sacrificing and reaching in their pockets. People had very little themselves, and so that's great. Our money, mostly, the Red Cross, as you know, is an international organization, and we coordinate with other organizations. Our Red Cross, though, by the way, is the second most internationally recognized symbol. Do you know what the first is?
McDonald's.
Oh, that's close. That's really, really close. No, Nike, no. Coca-Cola. I'm going to just tell you because you're going to think you would have gotten there pretty soon. But yeah, Coca-Cola. So the Red Cross is the second most. And we're known for being neutral. So we go in, it doesn't matter where the disaster is, what the disaster is, the Red Cross is going to be there to help. And so when this happened in Haiti, the Red Cross, of course, immediately went in with funds and with manpower on the ground. But there's so much. I mean, people lost everything. So there's a need for food, there's a need for shelter, there's a need for health care. And so different organizations take responsibility for different pieces of that. And the Red Cross in this particular instance primarily took responsibility for helping with shelter. And I believe, Julie, it was like 1.3 million people that were provided with tarps and tents, mostly temporary shelter, and many of them are still living in temporary shelters. And the problem is the rainy season is about to start, and so the issue is not over. We won't leave. The Red Cross won't leave until the last penny is spent and the last person is helped. And so the initial disaster got all of the attention, but as you know, the pain and suffering there still continues. But your $20,000 went a long, long way. And I'd like to present this to you. Are you going to accept it? So it says, I don't have my glasses on. In appreciation for your generous contributions and support for the humanitarian response efforts for victims of the Haiti earthquake, members and associates of the Brick Bodies, and presented to you today. The other thing that I wanted to leave you with is that you know, this kind of disaster deserves and gets a lot of people's attention. It really pulls at your heartstrings. Here in Baltimore, in Central Maryland, we're constantly out there on the streets trying to help people of disasters here. You probably don't know it, but we have 3 house fires a day. 3 house fires a day, and you'll see the police and the fire trucks, and then you'll see the Red Cross. We're the ones, while everybody else is trying to manage the disaster, we find the victims and say, what do you need? We put them in a hotel, we go get them food, we get them shelter if they need clothes. We have a full bank of clothes to help them. And so the disasters are right here locally too. And so we're constantly looking for volunteers. Julie and I were just talking about creating an intergenerational group. And if I look around this group, I would say, I'm one generation and y'all are another one. So that would be intergenerational. So if anybody, if anybody's interested in getting more involved in the day-to-day work of the Red Cross just here locally, we would love to have you. We'd love to involve you. We do, in fact, we do monthly tours of the Red Cross, and we do usually in groups. We feed you lunch and then tour you around the Red Cross and show you the kinds of things that we do. Most of our work is out on the streets, but we do have a local operation where we do the CPR training and things like that. I bet you guys all have Red Cross CPR training, don't you? From the Red Cross? Yes. Ah, awesome. So if you'd love to do that, we'd love to sponsor a group there. We'd love to come and meet you guys there. So thank you. Does anybody